and gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Turn up the bass. A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE. Oh yeah! Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the hub city in Indiana. He goes by @TooSweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. Turn up the bass. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I'm your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi. And joining me this evening, as you can see, we got a full house. I have one of my good friends, Jim Tucker, or as I like to call him, Tucky!
What's going on, Kyle? Good to be back 2 weeks in a row with you and I and a weekend trip between us, but haven't seen our other co-host in quite some time, other than, wait, did I see? I didn't see Ian at all in that whole trip because he doesn't live in Indiana anymore.
Well, he still is in Indiana. But
no.
Someone say the capital.
He doesn't live in my Indiana. No.
Fair enough, Tuck.
At Ian Garavaglia. What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? I missed that. I missed your face, missed your voice. You had some mic issues at first, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna happen, isn't it? We're not gonna have Tucky, and it's gonna be a damn shame."
No,
but missed last week because I had a long work day. I think I got back about 15 to 30 minutes after the show started. Technically, could have joined the show. Was not going to be able to talk. I was brain dead. So
hey, I don't blame you.
Took a week off. We had we had a okay weekend of wrestling or something. Something happened.
Yeah, something happened indeed. A lot of things happened this week. This might be a long one. I'm just warning you guys now. Ian has warned us. He's ready. He's got his takes, and they might differ from me and Tuck, who obviously were there at SummerSlam. The fourth for Tuck and I together. The third for Tuck, I, and Vogus together. But the fifth straight SummerSlam for Jim Tucker. And we were talking about it all weekend, Tuck. Like, power rankings, the ones you've been at. Do you have a set list right now after that weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Let me hear it.
The official last five consecutive SummerSlam list is East Rutherford, New Jersey, Cleveland, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee, Detroit, Michigan, and Las Vegas, Nevada.
Huh, I didn't expect ours to be up that high.
Yeah, no, I mean, Detroit was second to last, but...
I thought you were going bottom.
No, he went from top to bottom,
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, he put Jersey at number one, and Cleveland last year was great, too, but like I said, we got a lot to talk about.
I think Cleveland is number one in regards to festivities, like activities.
Oh, for sure.
The AIW show was great. The outdoor pre-show was cool.
CDV one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like cooler, fun things. But we got a lot of shit done this weekend too. I'm excited to talk about it.
And we missed shit. Which, by the way, we will talk about that too. You guys, if you haven't checked out the blog though, or the vlog, I should say, it kind of just shows you what we do at these PLE weekends. Obviously, we've been to a few. Like I said, fourth straight here for SummerSlam. We've been to WrestleMania, Royal Rumbles, all that good stuff. But if you haven't checked it out yet, that is available now on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this now on YouTube, save this video for after this episode because, like I said, we have a lot to get into tonight. Let's go back to the chat, though, because a lot of people are popping off. Dirk said, sorry, I was watching episode 2 of Unreal welcome back, Kyle, but he meant Ian. And it's okay, Dirk, that you botched that. But Dirk, that's a great name.
Well, anybody named Dirk sounds like a stand-up individual.
What a name, right? Dirk Van Fleet.
Every time.
I think it's been over a year since we have started playing that clip. It has to be. I want to see the history of that clip.
I was gonna say, how long's this bit really been? Yeah, you're probably right. Over a year.
Over a year by far, 100%.
Do we have any OTM historians out there? Probably not.
No.
I don't know why I
Yeah,
asked.
you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I know I'm Mr. OTM, but I don't know everything. Let's just talk about our SummerSlam weekend. We'll get to our plugs eventually because there's a lot to talk about. So, obviously, guys, if you haven't seen the vlog, we had a little bit of a delay on Thursday. Tuck boarded the plane one time. We're sitting there for a couple hours. They told us to get off that plane. We wandered around for an hour, got some food, got back on that plane. 6 hours later, we took off, and we missed Summer Bash. Not great.
Yeah, no refund on those tickets too. That's an ouch, But we saved a few money thanks to my dad. A few bucks thanks to my dad being a T-Mobile subscriber. But yeah, the Bret Hart shirt was looking crisp. I was ready to go, ready to party, and we were delayed. Had the option of getting off the plane, but we had to take all of our stuff with you, and then the gamble of the seats and things like that. And then when everybody that was on the plane got back on the plane, why didn't everybody just sit in the same seat? That was interesting to me. But we got there in one piece, $120 Uber to the Airbnb through the delays and the traffics and the things, and Fafu held it down for us.
Shout out to Fafu for getting us to our Airbnb. So yeah, obviously we had to lay low on Thursday.
Not the Uber MVP of the weekend. We'll get there.
Will we? Yeah. I don't know how much we're going to tell about the weekend. There's a lot of stories, like running into Jay Gold, which was pretty electric. So we got to see him on Friday. He was supposed to be with us on Thursday, Ian. Since we missed Summer Bash, we just said, hey, we'll go to WrestleCon. We'll check things out. And WrestleCon was pretty packed, Tuck. The usual crowd, I guess I could say.
Yet again, WrestleCon booking a tiny venue and just not prepared for overwhelming lines for the two people I wanted and the one person you wanted with Tony Storm and Will Ospreay. But an electric event, as always. They have seemed to increase some of their prices on some of their action figures, much to my dismay. Why is Tony D'Angelo the same price as Rhea Ripley? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
And that Rhea Ripley, that's an older Elite. That's from Series 81. So that's like 30 series ago. So that could be why, but that's like a Rhea Ripley rookie figure that
essentially.
I was top. But a lot of fun to meet Jay Gold. The Main Event Wrestling Network, a strength of that is it's like we spend so much time in the chats, in the group chats, in the mixers, in the things, engaging with each other's content that you start to get to know these people. Meeting Jay Gold, it was like we've been friends and hung out 1,000 times. His takes on some of the New York culinary scene are wild.
Ian, did you hear about the Red Robin take?
I saw something about it. I'll just speak to Red Robin. That holds really dear to my heart. Red Robin is up there in my opinion.
He said top five. He said top five.
Okay,
top
but
five
here's
burger.
the thing.
According to many lists.
According to many lists, that we cannot name.
Biggest list. Burger, I don't know. I was gonna say just the atmosphere of Red Robin, it's up there.
I would at least put the burger higher than the atmosphere of Red Robin.
I don't know, dude. Red Robin's got a special place in my heart.
It's
Tucky
good.
doesn't know, we've had a lot of, after baseball games, a lot of trips to Red Robin's. Bottomless steak fries with a little bit of that seasoning. Might steal seasoning.
Oh, I was going to say, I stole that seasoning all the time.
That and Steak and Shake. Thank you very much.
Yep. You know ball. I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. But, we went to GCW Friday night. I got to see my boy Tommy, Invincible, the TikTok legend who he was not great in the ring.
Didn't even know where the hard cam was.
I saw that.
But it was fun.
That might have been a bit. I don't know. It could have been. But I think I've hit my limit on GCW experiences.
Wow.
It's...
Yeah, we're good.
The show happened. We saw the Hardys, right? That was cool, Tuck.
Yeah.
And then we saw Cardona, and a guy right before we left was caught on fire, and they couldn't put him out, and he was running through the crowd. Yeah, we left at the right time.
Yeah, you guys saw two very trendy clips right now, because I saw that one, and that one was not good because no one had a fire extinguisher. Not great.
What was the other one, the fight?
No, the hard cam one. That's hilarious. I am an invincible hater, so I found that really funny.
Yeah, he can't work. We saw the WWI champion, WWID champion, Cappuccino Jones. Deanna Purrazzo showed up, so that was cool.
Jack Cartwheel.
Yeah, Jack Cartwheel. I bet, so me and Jay Gold have a bet now on Jack Cartwheel. Jay Gold said that Jack Cartwheel will never step foot on any WWE television, NXT, Raw, or SmackDown. And I said $20, he'll be on NXT one day. What do you think about that take, Ian? Jack Cartwheel.
I don't hate that take. I mean, he's been on AEW television, not just Dark.
See?
He's he's good. It's just give me
well, like he always says,
cheesy.
he has a cartwheel-based offense, which is crazy to say. But
It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Wait, they don't have chicken tenders at Red Robin?
No, I think he's saying I gotta try Red Robin. That ain't like it's something different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got
Oh.
you. So he's like Dirty Dom. He just eats chicken tenders all the time.
It's like
Hey.
Mason.
Hey, Tuck, you had tendies at the SummerSlam.
Both nights they were great.
They were
great.
solid. I had them one night. Yeah,
Yeah,
overall, the food experience was interesting, to say the least. The DoorDash I had wasn't great, but you had a good chicken parm, didn't you?
Oh, sandwich was incredible. It should have went in the sandwich lane with me. Yeah.
Yeah, just overall good times. And if you want to hear more about that, guys, like I said, the vlog kind of just recaps everything that we did. Shout out to Ryan Vogus, of course. He's not in the chat, but his dad is. Vogus, always a part of these weekends. Ian, we got to get you a part of the next one because we're already talking about Minneapolis, baby!
That's doable. But I'm pretty sure, aren't they coming to Indianapolis for SummerSlam?
Not
like
next
when?
year, but by
Yeah.
it's supposed to be by 2030.
It's taking forever,
Hey.
dude.
Hey,
a
they're coming
multi-year
eventually.
deal.
I'll wait till then.
No, you'll be in Minneapolis. Start saving, set aside $20-$30 per paycheck now.
That's not a bad idea.
Dude, skip Chipotle once a paycheck.
Oh, Chipotle's
I
good,
don't have
though.
Chipotle anymore. I go Qdoba now.
There you go.
Wow, you
Skip
would
that,
be a
too.
Qdoba guy.
But yeah, start saving the ducats. Flights to Minneapolis should be reasonable. We'll get a nice little Airbnb.
I still might drive. I don't mind driving 6-7 hours.
I think I do.
Well, that's fair. To each
The
their
way
own.
there, you'd be fine. It would be the way back, you'd be dead. That'd be
True.
brutal.
You're probably right, Ian. Thanks for speaking logic into my brain.
Yeah. it'll be
I don't know
awesome.
anything about Battlefield 6, Bill.
This weekend, it's open.
Cool.
Still, you have to watch the trailer.
Hey, I hope you enjoy it, Bill. Not my cup of tea, but Ian knows about it.
Gags,
It's
what would you
James
what would you say the suggested budget for Ian is to set aside? Like 1,000?
No, it ain't gonna be that much.
Here's
We
the
paid
issue.
$440 for tickets, and we paid $330 for the Airbnb.
He's not gonna be as spend happy as we are on these weekends.
I have never been. Here's the thing. I am spending minimal right now. I'm not going to get too deep about this. I'm
don't
waiting
have
for the
to.
pay raise. So,
Yeah.
Let's hold
Hey,
on.
Ian's company watching this on Facebook.
Easy.
I don't know your company's
He's a
name. Don't
great.
worry.
He's a great worker.
Great guy. High work rate, some would say.
Yeah.
Hey guys, visit the On the Mark Wrestling podcast to check out our merch. It's the best way to support the channel. Keep the lights on here because, like I always say, it costs money for us to do this show, but we love doing it because you guys interacting with us keeps this going. So I say we keep things rolling and finally get into SummerSlam. Let's go to night one, Saturday, the match that kicked things off. Roman Reigns, the OTC, teaming up with his cousin, Jey Uso. Crowd was pretty hot for this one. Braun and Bronson, of course, the Shoe Lafala was on the neck of Bronson Reed. But Tuck, I would say that I wasn't surprised with the result. I think me and you both went with Reigns and Jey Uso with this match. You know, them starting off, it makes sense, get the crowd hot. But for a second there, I thought Braun Breaker actually got injured. But I think he might be okay. I'm not sure.
Well, based on his athleticism on Monday, he looks just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun match to start it off. It got the juices flowing for a Saturday that on paper did not seem to compare to Sundays, but had exclamation points on both nights. So,
yeah, for sure. And that made sense for night one. It was kind of structured that way, building to that moment that we will talk about that finished off the night. But Bill Moss has some good news. He got the free T-shirt today. Honorary Mark. How about that?
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
That's available at the OnTheMarkWrestlingPodcast.com. But Ian, this was one of the most average matches, I would guess you would say, of the night. I don't know. It didn't really have much. It took a while to get there for me. I don't know how you felt about it watching at home.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this was a match that was announced with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso on treadmills on social media. So the build-up to this match wasn't anything special. Obviously, you kind of have like underlying reasonings for why this match is going to happen. Cool. Match happened. I'm kind of surprised that Roman and Jey won, but my fan mindset's like, okay, of course Roman and Jey are going to win. But
it was Roman's first match back, too, since WrestleMania.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like, when is Braun and Braun this whole?
Yeah.
When are they going to start getting some heat? Because I get it, they're fucking behemoths. They are monsters. We understand that, but that can only get you so far. When are they going to start winning some like meaningful matches? I'm kind of upset that they didn't take that stride here with this match. But I don't think it does any harm necessarily. It's just I thought this was a good opportunity for these two to get a good win. But yeah, this match didn't. It set the table for the night, yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's just weird that every Roman Reigns feud has to be centered around a piece of something. It's a Shulafala, the Ulafala.
Or a piece of Heyman.
Yeah, or Heyman, yeah. Heyman was pretty busy Saturday, and he got some shit done for them. But overall, yeah, fun way to start off SummerSlam. Nothing wrong with it, nothing crazy about it. But I kind of agree with you, Ian. Like, when is Braun and Bronson actually going to have that breakout moment? Because ever since they joined the faction, Tuck, to me, they just feel like the fall guys every time. I think, if anything, it's kind of hurting Braun Breaker's momentum.
Well, I think right now that this match went the way it did because the Seth thing hadn't happened yet.
Sure.
And so I think Monday was a strong attempt to try to make them the group, and how they impacted Roman Reigns. So on Monday they got a name. So to me, this was all
the vision, right?
Yeah. To me, this was the prologue to whatever this will become. And as we head towards November and Survivor Series, I think, building the stable now with those three, how many are in Survivor Series? 4 or 5 apiece?
4 in War Games, I believe. Yeah.
War Games, yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got to find somebody or something.
Oh no, it's 5. My bad. It's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to find a couple. But for me, I think this is chapter 1 now.
You're probably right.
That's the take I'm taking on it.
I didn't look at it that way. That's probably the right way.
Here's my kind of thing. The vision. I'm kind of pun not intended.
I was gonna say
with the vision it's. I don't want to have my expectations too high with this entire storyline and faction because, I mean, we were set up pretty damn well with the whole bloodline, and we thought that would never end, and it didn't overstay its welcome, but obviously it turned WWE into a superpower that it is still. I don't want to have the same expectations for this faction. I don't know how long it's going to last. It doesn't feel to me as impactful, which I don't think it should, as the bloodline. But it's going to have to start making some decisions soon on, okay, this is kind of where I could see this going. Right away, everybody's talking about how Braun Breaker is going to turn on Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
If they're going to make this faction something big,
well, look,
those feelings this early is crazy.
Look right there. Dirk was asking the same question. That's what I was going to tell you, Dirk. It's like, we got to let this thing progress because they haven't even hit the pinnacle of this faction.
They have just gotten through the
We
expedition.
haven't scratched the surface,
SummerSlam of next year?
That could be when the turn happens. Yeah, I think we still got another year of this faction. Like Bill said, give it another year till the Rumble. When Braun wins, then he'll break out.
Not while he's on this faction.
Yeah, I don't think Braun's going to win, under this faction. But if he broke out beforehand, maybe.
Yes, correct. I don't know. It's very interesting with this whole faction.
And I agree with Tony, too. He said, my issue with Reed and Breaker, especially, is at times they look like hired goons, which I think also is part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's how all factions are kind of structured, right, Tuck? There's always going to be those guys that are just going to take the shit. Look at J.D. McDonough. That's all he's been doing since he was in the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember a little tag team that used to be one of the hottest tag teams in WWE, which is kind of crazy to say, Authors of Pain? I know Gags loved them. They were badasses, right? I mean, and then they got brought up to the main roster, could not win a big match to save their life.
Yeah.
Then immediately started looking like goons. So I could see what Tony is saying here. They don't look like goons yet. I mean, they're a part of this faction with Seth fucking Rollins. Not even freaking anymore. It's fucking. And they're
going to ESPN now. You got to watch it.
Oh shit!
The next, in my opinion, the next turn is Braun turns on Seth and Heyman goes with Braun. They've already
that's the money.
He's already said it, and I think that is months and months away.
And this still could happen too. What Tony's saying, I'm sure Braun and Reed will win the tag titles at one point, and you'll have all the gold in the division.
Eventually, yeah.
Devin, the Tribal Chief, stopping by. We acknowledge you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Good to see you. And Bill says JD is another one that needs to break out. Yeah, JD's great.
I like him where he's at.
I mean, he plays his role great. Like, he fits in perfectly for that. But we got a lot of other things to talk about, like the new women's tag team champions. Match itself, once again, just good, not great, but I like this moment. Ian, we've talked about it on past episodes, how at least I have, how I've enjoyed, the budding friendship of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Hell, they even used the F word on television. They're friends now because they got gold. So it's just like your classic WWE, throw two people together, see what happens, and I'm enjoying it. How you feel about this, them taking the tag titles here?
I'm enjoying it as well. I don't think the majority of the people, at least that are going to the shows on this past Monday Night Raw, enjoyed it. They were absolutely quiet, and it is killing them.
It was a tired crowd, I think, Ian, just because they've been in the area forever.
Yeah, I mean, the SummerSlam match was, like you said, it was nothing spectacular. Did its job. I think Judgment Day, Raquel needs to be given her credit for what she did with those titles. She stepped up. There's going to be a common theme about what I say during this podcast, and all of the women's tag titles need some refreshing. And this tag titles got some refreshment, which I like. So that's off to a great start. We just need to get something progressing other than, do you want to call me the F word?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not going to carry the title. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to let it play out. I don't hate it.
Yeah, like Tony said, cool moment, Tuck. Crowd seemed to enjoy it, too. I will make this observation, though, about the crowd in general. Night one's crowd, and to be fair, the show wasn't that great, but the night one crowd was just not it. Nobody was getting into it. Both nights, our section was complete ass. I called them out multiple times, too. Tuck can attest to it. But yeah, that's my crowd assessment. And don't do the fucking wave in the match that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, that didn't go over well with many people. I just think it's weird that you buy a ticket to watch pro wrestling and you want to blow up a match that, like, Becky and Lyra didn't blow up that tag match.
They had a great match, yeah. They had a long match, too.
Blow up the tag match, not this, like, a feud that had something to it that,
right.
And they started doing the wave before the zip tie botch. So that was a little frustrating. But the crowd on the stream, like on Peacock, felt into it. And I we sent the TikTok to each other of the stadium outside the Five Knuckle Shuffle. Like,
that was cool.
They were many people bought that ticket for the Cena of it all. It was a sea of blue, unbelievable. But bringing it back to the new women's tag champs, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, it gives them something to do with a stacked women's division. Becky Lynch is a mid-card champion right now, the IC champion. And so Bayley's in there, Bianca Belair. There's a lot of strong women, and I think it is something that it's good for Bliss on her way back in. It establishes something with Charlotte where the crowd rapport has seemingly taken a 180 compared to the Mania build and things like that. And I think part of it is because they're not shoving Charlotte down our throats at the top of the card right now. And the athletic piece, things like that. But I think you'll get good matches out of these two. And I'm looking forward to it. The promo on Monday with them just being very campy back and forth was almost like sitcom TV show.
That was some Vince shit.
Yeah. But I credit Charlotte for taking on the risk of what I feel is kind of a character change.
It's out of character for Charlotte Flair for sure.
It's trying to get the crowd behind Charlotte again as well. Like, I mean,
It's working.
Charlotte needed the help. She was stuck in a hole that she had no reason to be in at all.
She kind of dug it herself. Let's be fair with that.
After
Stratton promo and SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're slowly digging out of that, and then, like you said, the return of Bliss. I mean, she needed something, and it's obviously not the Wyatt Six, so we're gonna give him this, and working a little bit. It's got legs.
I already know we're gonna go long here, but fuck it. I got more opinions on this. Another thing I hate, the Alexa Bliss. The Charlotte Flair hate. I understand to a slight degree. But why doesn't Alexa Bliss get the same amount of hate that Charlotte Flair does? Because every time Alexa Bliss comes back, she's right in the title scene.
I think it's... I'll answer your question. I'll answer it.
Is she more attractive? So that's why people...
No, So Charlotte's thing that has always been a plague of her is her dad. And not necessarily the history of it. Like, I'm sure that plays a part into it. But
he's a polarizing character.
Not even that. It's just the fact that she is the daughter of Ric Flair.
Of a former star.
Yes. So, like, she's going to get the spotlight no matter what. I mean, when she came up, she was obviously a star. And then they rubbed it in the face of everybody. Hey, this is Ric Flair's daughter. Ric Flair's daughter. And they tried to get her over his face. Did not work. The crowd did not like her. They booed her. Simple as that. And it's just kind of kept coming. So, and she hasn't gone through any really character development. It's still the same Charlotte Flair that we know. So that's my 2 cents about it. I love Charlotte Flair. She's arguably the GOAT of women's wrestling.
I wouldn't argue it, but other people would. That's for sure. But let's go to the comments here. A couple more from Bill and the Doc. Bill said, one thing I'll say about SummerSlam as a whole is that I wished most of the matches exceeded my expectations when they did the opposite and under-delivered for me, which is interesting. Okay, that's fair. The Wave was awesome for the first time they did it on Raw in 2013. After that, I think it's completely disrespectful now to the performers. Unless you're Sol Ruca. She started the Wave on NXT this week. So
what you're saying is all of this is Sol Ruca's fault?
Yes. Don't blame my queen. Don't ever say that again. And Tony's right, too. And this is what I tried to tell you on X, or maybe it was Brett during the show. I think Brett's the one that made a comment about it. Like, the Night 2 crowd has to bring it. Tuck, you can agree with me here. Night 2's crowd brought it, like, all night. It was there. And it, like Tony said, it's hard to gauge on TV because everything is, like, separated. Like, the sections, we're literally in a different world when we're in level 2 compared to level 1.
Well, in these big stadiums, they always say the sound goes up, so the sound runs away from the performers. But that's why Stone Cold loved the Allstate Arena, was because of the wood ceilings were sending all that noise back to them. So I thought it came across well on TV, and Night 2 they were there.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't want to talk about the match itself because let's be real. This match could have been saved for Monday Night Raw or just left off the card. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross, and I know a lot of people are frustrated with that. And I get why, because the We Want Kross movement is a real thing. Ian, I see you chomping at the bit down there. So obviously we know the situation right now. Actually, we don't really know shit, is that the contract is up in the air. We don't know.
He as of today, he got his extension, or that he got offered an extension.
Well, so we don't know he's accepted.
Correct, but it's out there.
First off, did you like the decision for Sami to go over in this match?
Fuck no.
Okay.
What the hell does this do for Sami? What does this do for Karrion? Sami's a face. Everybody loves Sami. Okay, he overcame another negativity in his life and in his career. He's done that his whole career. Okay. I mean, there's that saying of, like, you don't want to pick the lowest hanging fruit. They did that here, and why? It just doesn't make any sense why this feud even happened if this was going to be the result at the end. I don't know. I'm lost.
I don't have a rebuttal for you, Ian. I'm agreeing with you. Tuck, I don't know if you got anything on that.
Nope.
Yeah, it's true. The feud really did nothing for anyone, and that should be the goal. If there's no title involved whatsoever, someone's got to benefit from this feud. And I've always said it too. Sami Zayn is a bigger star than Karrion Kross. I don't think that's debatable. But still, at times, you have to pull the trigger on the underdog and use this contract situation, Tuck, as a storyline. That's how you get people invested in the Cross, and maybe they are doing that right now, and he has already re-signed, and this will just get more and more support behind him going forward.
Yeah, I mean the extension offer is out there. We shall see. I'm interested to see. I think it's pretty critical what happens next with Karrion Kross.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't on Raw, correct?
No, I don't. No, he wasn't even in the arena. No.
Okay.
Tony said this seemed like some Vinnie Mac booking. I also think that it might have gotten shortened for other matches.
Yeah.
Maybe went long. That could have been another thing too.
And another, it just goes back to, like, if you keep Karrion Kross out of the picture too, it's just, I just don't understand why Sammy needed this win. Like, I thought we didn't need a giant heel turn necessarily.
No.
But I think he needs a character change of some sort. Like, we've seen the same Sami Zayn for
the underdog of the underground. Yep.
For a long time. Yeah. It's going to work, but I think something else could have worked better.
No, I agree. And Bill, they did say after the match, they mouthed to each other, "This is over. We're done." That's what Kross said to Sami Zayn. So if Kross does re-sign, they're definitely not going to go back to that matchup. And yeah, I guess I did call this one. I tried to talk you guys out of the Karrion Kross hype. It was always going to be Sami Zayn. Bill said have him show up in TNA and rip the WWE contract. I don't think that moves the needle for me, though.
I like that, but also
I like where he's at.
We're not going to watch TNA.
True.
But also, it'd be really awkward because you know for a fact if that happened, he's going to gain steam and then end up coming back to WWE. That's going to be pretty awkward.
True. Dion in the chat, he says, I want a Punk heel turn before 2026 or at least before Mania 42. Dion, appreciate you stopping by. I don't think that'll happen by then.
It's never going to happen.
He's going to be on the chase as a babyface for the rest of his career. He doesn't have much time left.
Now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to be chasing Seth Rollins as a face. He worked with Jack Perry.
Did it?
No, that's why the comment confused me. I was like, no, not really. That did not work out for those guys whatsoever.
Got back.
He
was there.
But that situation was not great. I almost forgot about it until you brought it up, so thanks. This match was good. Almost great, but it was short. Another match that I think probably got cut. And I'm very confused, Tuck, and we kind of talked about it too in person, I think. Like, Jade Cargill won Queen of the Ring. I thought she was a shoo-in here to defeat Tiffany Stratton. And now Tiffany Stratton is 14-0 this year, which might be a narrative going forward. Probably the most shocking result, at least for me, this SummerSlam weekend. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't know if I picked Tiffany or argued for her in that, like, I think this is
I think you did.
A win that goes on her resume. I'm just interested in what happens with Jade Cargill from here. She just challenged for a world title. Does she go for the Intercontinental title? What kind of drama is she spun in? The Bianca Belair of it all?
True.
Could be a thing. Bianca's been wasn't on the SummerSlam card.
She's cleared now.
So I mean, I think that could be a program that they start to run.
Yeah. That might be it, honestly, Tuck.
I wasn't surprised. Like I kind of vouched for Tiffany, like she needed it, but I do think it's interesting that they put a medium speed rocket on Jade Cargill ultimately, you know what I mean, when we thought she was going to go to the moon. And so I'm interested to see what's next. I love the match. I wish they had a little bit more time, actually.
Definitely. To answer Dion's question, I think we can all agree and say yes. Or bringing back Brock Lesnar, which we will talk about. That could end up being the stupidest idea they've ever made, but time will tell on that one. Ian, are you getting tired of the Tiffany Stratton title reign?
So I'll read you. I'll read you my note here. It was I got 7 words here. This championship needs somebody to step up. That's it. Maybe that's Bianca. Okay, how do we get there? How do we get to the Tiffany Bianca title match? Is it just here I am? All right, challenge for the title. Give me the title. Even then, if there's zero build-up, I don't see Bianca winning it. I think Tiffany wins that with zero build-up. Even if that happens, Bianca wins the title. you just have Jade just go, I just lost that title shot. Let me battle you, Bianca, because we have a story. Okay, sure. It's just this title's on SmackDown. Now you have Naomi over on Raw.
Who's killing
Who the fuck is going to step up on SmackDown? I don't know.
Maybe that's why Tiffany's still the champ. They don't see anybody viable enough to take it from her right now, which, let's be real, Tuck. You've been in a bunch of crowds with Tiffany Stratton. She gets one of the bigger pops of the night. I might not like her as a babyface, but you can't deny the fact that she has that star power.
Yeah, because every time she walks in the room, it's Tiffy time. The people love her. I watched like most of the Impulsive podcast just to learn more. In regards to the next threat on SmackDown, I don't know who either.
Yeah, they are pushing Tiffany to literally be the next Charlotte. I just think WWE has soured on Cargill for whatever reason.
Yeah,
he might be right.
That's another thing.
Why would you give her that moment at Queen of the Ring just to lose to Tiffany right after?
And another thing too. That's another reason that I just can't stand it is like Cargill, even from AEW, she was a giant presence because literally she had a streak. She did not lose. And we kind of accepted that. We kind of knew in the back of our mind she's not that good in the ring. Okay, that's fine. I think there's been progression, obviously, ever since she's joined WWE, but I think that still kind of pertains to her. She doesn't have anything that blows you away in the ring. Her mic skills are okay. They're getting better. But it's like you have Jade Cargill, who's an up-and-comer, still is kind of that up-and-comer, kind of bordering on the she's been here for a little bit now. She's got to get herself over at this point. They had the company rocket on her, and now it just got stripped away. The Queen of the Ring win was huge, big momentum for her. I thought she should have won the title.
Yeah, I do too. But obviously there's bigger things on the horizon for Tiffy time. Dion says, I really want Liv Morgan back as champion, so hopefully Liv versus Naomi eventually. Maybe. I think we could eventually get there, but man, a lot of people online love Liv Morgan, don't they? I feel like we always get a Liv Morgan comment no matter what. She is over. She is over for sure. Bill said, I think Cargill still isn't well-tuned enough to be a world champion. You might be right. Dion also said, I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but thoughts on the whole promo thing Naomi had on Raw. They cut her mic off. We're not going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. We got a lot from SmackDown to talk about, unfortunately, Dion. But maybe if you give us a follow on Twitter at Pot on the Mark, we'll show you our thoughts there. But Bill said, think they gave Jade the Rocket because she was ex-AEW talent. I mean, look at Jade. That's why they gave her the Rocket.
Yeah, that's it.
When Jade Cargill steps in front of a mirror, I mean, anybody would want to sign her.
Oh, yeah.
No. So that's it for that match. Let's talk about some jelly rolls. This match was better than I expected. I didn't have much expectations going into it. Obviously, it looked like Jelly Roll was a little blown up during the match, which is fair.
Yeah.
Because the dude's never wrestled before, and he's still losing weight, which good for him. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the time. He cares. But another result I got wrong, Tuck. I thought Jelly Roll, the celebrities were going to get the win, but good on him for actually eating a pin here and taking a loss.
Yeah, word on the street is that it was his idea. Like from a story standpoint, it doesn't make sense for me to beat these people who are like really established in WWE. I thought they gave him a lot of shine, and to Tony's point, I think they're putting these guys with celebrities almost as a nod to it. Damian Priest, the synergy with
Adam Cole and Pat McAfee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it gave Orton something to do while the other things kind of settled. The dust settled on some other stories and feuds,
and he didn't get pinned.
And it does bring the question, what's next for Randy Orton? But the match as a whole, I think Jelly Roll looked good. He met, if not exceeded, the expectations of what we now have for a celebrity wrestling match. And he had a lot of time in the ring. So I enjoyed this much more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I was not expecting a jelly roll. Jelly roll.
I'm going to interrupt you. I fucking hate those chants.
They're doing it for everyone now.
Oh, my God, it's annoying. I cannot stand it.
I'm with you. But I wasn't expecting a jelly roll one, is what I'm saying. Ian, did this match do it for you?
It did something for me. It didn't do it for me. It was, I think Tuck said it best. It was like didn't have high expectations for this match at all. I mean, my expectations were kind of low.
I think we all were like at the bottom of the barrel on expectations.
And I think it's really cool because this whole like a celebrity coming in, they've been doing a lot better at it. Every now and then you had your spots, like the Green Arrow actor a long time ago.
Stephen Amell.
Whatever his name was, did a great job in the ring because he cared and he put the work in. Bad Bunny, he set the table. Same with Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee's now permanent. Jelly Roll, same thing. You're probably going to see his face a lot now. Just don't overdo it. But I think what they did is perfect. Like, yeah, he shouldn't be winning the match. Did he get his time in? Yes. He sang Randy Orton's theme. There you go. There's his clippable moment he could use for the rest of his life. That's a cool-ass fucking moment. He's obviously a fan, so it's good for Jelly Roll. Good for WWE, bringing a lot of eyes in. I know my mom was very excited because she loves Jelly Roll. She even texted me about it. She goes, "She was in a ring?" Like, yeah.
My grandma sent me a text.
Yeah.
Like,
wow, the older women love Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll was in WWE. I was like, oh, yeah. She was like, he's lost weight. I'm like, yeah, I know.
He looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect that. Like, if you're going to do it, fucking do it, and don't be Travis Scott.
So,
Bad Bunny's still at the top for celeb wrestler. I probably would agree with you, Bill.
Hard to disagree.
Where is Rusev? He was on Raw.
He's having matches with
Sheamus. Yeah. Hey, Tuck, what do you want to do with Rusev tonight on Monday Night Raw?
How about another banger?
Yeah, let's do it. That's what they're talking about. There's your WWE Unreal behind the scenes right there. Tony says, I'll say it again, too. Logan Paul is a top-tier professional wrestler, top-tier D-bag, sure, and can't be denied how good he is in WWE. And I don't think any of us would disagree with that.
Awful human being, really good wrestler.
Yeah, bring back Rusev Day. That was the only thing that got Rusev over. Let's be real. Maybe it would work. Who knows? But the main event of night one, CM Punk versus Gunther for the world title. This one was a long one, but it was a technical masterpiece in my opinion. The crowd, it's very tough for a crowd to get invested into a match like this, especially when you have 50,000 people in the stadium. But once things started to get going towards the end there, CM Punk was being brutalized throughout this entire match. Gunther really dominated throughout the majority of this one. I thought, Tuck, that this was CM Punk's best match in WWE since his return. I really enjoyed this main event. And him getting that moment, even if it was for 5 minutes, I felt that right here in that stadium.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it was a great match. It was a great main event, and without the cash in alone, would have ended with a feel good moment. CM Punk wins the title in a great match that I think he performed well in. But the Seth Rollins of it all made it that much more enjoyable. The ruse of the century that many people saw coming.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that quite yet. The match itself. Did you enjoy it? Because like Tony said, he's one of those guys that he says it's a hot take. I don't know if it is. He enjoys the slow-burning technical matches over the finisher kick-out festival.
I was going to say, I think this was, before we talk about night two, I think this was the better of the main events, just from a wrestling perspective-wise.
Yeah.
And I loved this entire match. I thought they gave them plenty of time, and their usage of blood was perfect. That I like kind of like they're humanizing Gunther over time. And some people hate that. Some people want to see him just become a Terminator, which he was for a long time. But that's not going to work long term. You need to give him some weaknesses. And the dude saw his own blood. I don't know if it was like really well portrayed in the stadium, but on TV, he looked at his own hands, saw his blood, and like freaked out. And he's immediately get away from
Sold
Punk.
it so well.
So cool. That is, that gets me in the. I don't know. I love this.
The Terramana goosebumps, as I like to call them, when The Rock does it.
But yeah, it was a fun match.
Dude, I got so emotional too after that too when he won the title. And like Tuck said, a lot of people probably expected Seth Rollins to ruin that moment, but credit to Seth because Seth really sold that injury. Like a lot of people actually fell for it to where you still got that genuine shock pop reaction when he came out, Tuck, and then he just stands at the top of the thing on his crutches, drops him. That shot, everything about that cash-in was perfect. Him stealing that moment was perfect. I do understand why people are mad that this feud will never end, but at the same time, it also makes sense because these two were fighting endlessly throughout the past decade on Twitter. So, I'm curious. What were your thoughts on the execution of this cash-in here?
I thought it was interesting. Like they let it cook, like minutes, and part of that was to let CM Punk soak it in, but also to create that doubt or disbelief that Seth was going to cash in. I thought it was awesome. Smart that he used the briefcase before he put it in because that was going to be a singles match, and so he couldn't break the rules after they put it in. I thought it was done well, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there are a few guys who can make a Gunther beatdown look good, have a big comeback. Sammy did it, and Punk did it here. Absolutely right, Tony.
People forget Punk is like the ultimate underdog. Like that is why he is CM Punk. He is the underdog. He's a Second City Saint. Like, not supposed to be the favorite at any match, really. Does it well.
Yeah, for sure. And as a Punk fan, Tony says, I was pissed he lost the title via cash-in. Good. But that fake-out moment of Rollins dropping the crutches, that's going to be just one of those moments we look back on. It's going to be in the video packages. Seth Rollins now has two of the best cash-ins of all time. The WrestleMania heist of the century and now the ruse of the century. It's crazy.
I got a question for both of you boys because I'm conflicted with it. We haven't had a lot of these kind of like fake-outs with a guy that's injured but is actually okay. I'm conflicted with it. I feel it. I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling
because it's blurring the lines.
But it's to the point of like it's not necessarily blurring the lines. It's just genuinely like, fuck, dude. We were concerned for Seth. We genuinely thought this was not good. And again, behind the scenes, we have no idea. Maybe he did feel something at Saturday Night Main Event and immediately had to quit the match, but it ended up not being a big deal medically wise, and he was actually good to go. And they just used that in the story. Who knows? That could have been the case. If so, credit to them. But if it was ruined a Saturday night main event match, as big as that match was, okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm conflicted about it all. Tucky, tell me how you think about it, because I'm not a huge fan of faking injuries.
I always get nervous. I feel like it's tempting fate. You know what I mean? Like I think it's, but not just like, I don't know. That's territory that I wouldn't mess with. But it depends on how it was called the ruse of the century. But like you said, when did the ruse start? But because LA Knight comes back out on Monday Night Raw as if he did whoop Seth Rollins' ass, but he won. Because Seth Rollins was hurt. So it's like a win on cage match with an asterisk that like he did beat
There's
Seth
your title shot.
And then without the clarity of that finish on Monday Night Raw because of the no contest, the DQ.
Yeah.
It makes it interesting, but I value the effect of the cash in far more than, I don't know. It's a territory I wouldn't tempt, but I think they got an incredible moment out of it.
I agree. No, I agree. I just don't want to see this become a normal thing of like,
maybe, I agree.
Maybe kayfabe has gotten this far out that we have to fake injuries just to say like, oh, he's off the shelf for a while, like a Liv Morgan situation. We were talking about that for a little while. What if she's faking the injury? I fucking hope not, because I don't know. That stuff kind of gets me weird. I'm
going to be honest with you. I think part of that problem is the websites that share that information and ask those questions. I'm not going to name names. You know who I'm talking about. That's their job. I get it. They got to make their money. Good for them. But I don't choose to pay money for my shit to get spoiled. Do you go to the movie theater and go look up a review of the movie before you watch the movie?
A review, yes. I do watch a review before.
They do make spoiler-free reviews.
Oh, okay. Well,
I avoid spoilers.
Okay, ones with spoilers in them. I was like, no. you look up the biggest spoiler of the movie. You found out, there was a turn. You want to know about it? No. That's why I don't get it. It just
but that's not even a great comparison because some of these news stories come from like so-and-so was spotted at a hotel and that's going to affect the storyline of this. It's just that's what makes WWE such a dynamic product because when you go to the movie is the movie and they took as many shots and as many takes as they wanted. And then here they are live action stuntmen that get one take and you can influence the story. I just hope they don't fuck with the injury stuff too much because I think that is a slippery slope. All of a sudden 4 people fake injured, but then come back and are injured, and now it's weird because they're double injured, but they were only injured once, and I don't like it.
It's weird.
I'm with you, dude, and
It was
I agree with Bill. I'm glad for the way that they did it because it actually blurred on the line between reality and fiction. That's something that's very hard to do in today's wrestling. Tony says, reminds me of the guy who spoiled Snape killing Dumbledore in Barnes and
What?
Noble. I've never seen Harry Potter, so I don't know.
either.
Tuck, have you seen Harry?
We've certainly had enough time too. No, I haven't.
That's bad for the public.
Fuck
But I don't-
fuck Harry Potter fans.
Fuck Harry Potter.
I'm not going to go that far because they did a study that of like 500 valedictorians, and over 450 of them had read the entire Harry Potter series.
Not me.
Oh, you're an outlier, Ian. Way to beat the odds, baby. Let's go.
Just not a genre that I'm into.
Yeah.
Gotta give Ian a yeah for that one, for defying the odds. Wow, figured one of y'all were a fan. I thought one of us would be a fan, but it definitely wasn't gonna be me.
Harry Potter.
Oh, I hate when people spoil shit, don't you?
Yeah.
Night 1 overall was saved by the cash-in.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd give it a C.
I
Night
would
1.
say 7.5.
Yeah, I'm somewhere around there. I just want to say this really quickly because it's going to matter in the next
A little
night that we
bit.
talk about.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
of the 6 matches on Saturday's card, the feuds continued. So 4 of the 6 matches in the feuds, they were finished. That's all I'll say for now.
Okay. Bill Moss gives it a 5 out of 10. Well, see,
That's not that bad.
it was. You're saying it was a failure, that nothing good happened at that point.
Yeah, you don't pass with a 5. Though.
Main event was great. Opener was fine. He didn't like Tiffany and Jade, but I thought that one was good too.
It's all right.
It was more of a moments night, I think. Not big moments, but like crowning moments for champions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Stuff happened.
But yeah, something happened indeed. Let's go to night 2. Because they kicked off hot with that women's triple threat. We talked about that too, Tuck, when we were in Jersey. You had to start hot night 2. This was the number 1 candidate. We decided this was the winner, and here we are. We got it. Naomi defends her title successfully against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And just another incredible performance, man. Whenever you get Io and Rhea in the same ring, magic comes out of it. And Naomi right now, Ian, she's been doing some great heel work. Her character is really starting to come together. And her retaining there was the right decision. And I thought it was a great start to night 2. I don't know about you.
Yeah, so this title's kind of been in a weird kind of like paradox almost, where it's a lot of trios matches. And in that,
True.
you get a lot of non-closure victories and feuds ending. In this case, you do have Io's kind of out of the picture now, in my opinion. But Rhea has her reasons to come back for that title. And I think that's where we're going to be going here with Naomi versus Rhea. That's kind of my only downside. From a wrestling aspect, awesome match. These women killed it yet again. This title with the trios matches have been awesome. So I enjoyed a lot about it. I think Naomi's got really good legs for this character, and I think it's still got room to grow. It's entertaining, and it's a good heel. She gets booed. So it's a fun character, at least, and it does freshen up that title. However, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think this title needs some new, fresh faces to be competing.
Wyatt agrees. I think Wyatt's definitely in agreement that we need.
Of all the takes.
That's the one that popped in the most for sure. But let's pull up this comment real quick here from Tony. Career renaissance I frankly never saw coming for Naomi. And shout out to her for just reinventing herself by going to TNA and then coming back to the WWE and just slowly climbing up the card. And Tuck, what a moment it was too for her dad to come out and perform for her entrance.
Yeah, he did well. What a moment for them. The match was great. Rhea still hasn't beat Io.
That's why I don't think Rhea and Naomi is the next move. I think it's Io and Naomi.
Naomi's got to get past Stephanie Vaquer first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We forgot about that.
Io on Raw.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, Io's next on Raw. She has a title match next week. Yeah, that's why I was going to cut you off, but you were cooking, so I let you cook for a little bit there. But yeah, Io next week, and then Stephanie at Clash, which I don't know how Naomi gets past Stephanie Vaquer. That's a tough match to book because I don't think Stephanie should lose. That's just me.
I think she's been there too soon. I think they like this Naomi too much. I think they're going to find a way for Naomi. And again,
Is it a clean win though?
Naomi didn't dominate the triple threat. She stole the pin at the end. So it's easier to book a heel into some wins like that. And so I think something like that could happen. There I don't know that there's a finish on Monday Night Raw. But that even just Naomi on the mic and giving her mic time, the promo she cut on Raw was hilarious about her walking with a limp. I thought that was so funny, dude. And her laugh and she's just a villain, it feels like. And
she's a cartoon villain, which is really funny.
Yeah. The evil laugh and everything, the over-exaggerated laugh. Yeah.
Caution, baby. But it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. And it was, I think for us, it was between that or the ladder match to kick things off. And we won either way. This was a great start to the night. I was satisfied, but not over the moon.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I'm not saying it was a match of the year candidate because I did put 2 matches on my match of the year list, and we haven't got to them yet. Spoiler alert, but I agree. Naomi is hilarious. She's doing great stuff right now. So shout out to Naomi for retaining at SummerSlam, and shout out to Rhea Ripley, who just can't win at SummerSlam. I think she's never won a match at that event.
I did get brought up. Yeah.
Which, once again, we're all going to complain online. Rhea Ripley's always in the title scene. Rhea Ripley wins big matches. She's never beating Io, and she's never won at SummerSlam. She should never beat Io Sky. Ever.
I do like that.
That should be the narrative.
She's going to beat her at Mania and then lose again at SummerSlam.
You're probably right. Oh, but I don't want
What a moment. You know that moment.
Yeah, that's the story they're telling,
in that moment.
Yeah.
But are people going to be booing Io at that point?
No, they'll be booing Rhea at that point, I think.
Both these gals.
Yeah.
You keep that in your back pocket for a while. I'm kind of with you, Gags. I do like it, though.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They got a long career ahead of them, both.
Yes, they do. Hell in a Cell would be great. Yeah, sign me up, Bill.
In order for us to get to Hell in a Cell, though, Rhea's got to win.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do Hell in a Cell when Io's just dropping her ass every time.
It'd be pretty dumb for Rhea to do that.
Rhea needs to turn.
Why do I need to do Hell in a Cell? I beat her without one. There's no feud. But I think that could be a blow-off. That could be the cage match we see at SummerSlam. But that's another year with the Rhea and Io lane. I could see them becoming a tag team at some point prior.
Go the Bliss and Charlotte route with those two.
They're playful.
They're friendly, and they play into the friendship in real life too between those two. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Tuck, if we do see those two as a tag team. But speaking of tag teams, the TLC match, wow, a lot going on. I can't get into specifics. Actually, I can't get into a few specific spots because shout out to Candice LeRae. And shout out to all the female talent that was included in that match, B-Fab and Nikki Cross. I thought their involvement was needed. I thought it added to the match. And Candice going through leg first, shout out to her for just coming out alive. And Johnny going through tables. We saw a Spanish Fly with Fraxium and Angelo Dawkins. I mean, Tuck, this is exactly what we wanted it to be. This is what a match we wanted on WrestleMania. We got it on SummerSlam. The Wyatts retained. It made my match of the year list, actually. I don't know about you, how you felt about it.
If you don't have a single feud go in a clear direction, let's just make a car crash match. And this was such a 2025 dopamine fiend type match where it was just boom, 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 boom. Big matches, big risks, 16, 17 people involved in this thing.
Well timed, too.
Yeah, and I thought it was enough of a match, but it didn't overstay its welcome. It went smooth. The Street Profits missed the one spot and just ran it back.
And the crowd was still hot, right?
Yeah, and they rolled with the punches, and it didn't lead to another. I think some of these women's matches at times, like the Money in the Bank from a couple years ago, it felt like one botch created another one. But this one was a spot that like we knew, okay, so that wasn't going to be the only spot in the match with the miss by the Street Profits, and there were so many great moments and instances. Why can't they just take the titles off the holder thing? why do they got to take the whole holder off the clip? Just pull the straps. Right?
Yeah, that never
They
made
used to
sense.
do that.
Yeah, they did used to do that.
Yeah,
They did.
Maybe either way wins, but
It's a good shout out by Tony, though.
Just
The
rip the
women
whole thing
being
down.
involved was a nice callback to Lita with the Hardys in the first 2 TLC matches.
Yeah.
And when I picked Fraxium, I really thought we were just going to create a new tag team, a new star tag team, I should say, in the division, just put them on the map here. But once you saw, the reports of the Wyatt Six working, where are they working at again? Like Universal or something, Fright Fest or Six Flags?
Yeah, Hollywood Horror Nights.
It kind of makes sense for them to still be champions while working that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
sure.
where the money's at, right? But
Yeah.
Ian, did you enjoy this TLC one?
I had kind of low expectations for this match. Like, I mean, I was expecting a car crash. I was expecting a lot of crazy shit to happen, but I wasn't expecting it to be this as clean as it was, and it was fun. I had a really good time throughout the entire match. And like you said, the women getting involved, I thought they all did a really good job. I think every single person in that match took an insane bump.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. It was a fun, yeah.
Did you see Johnny's tweets after SummerSlam? He was winning on X, so let me pull up a couple of his tweets because he was fucking hilarious. Where's that? To answer everyone's questions, no, I did not sleep on the couch last night. We were in a hotel room and there was no couch. He also said, "We are a mother and a father of a 3-year-old child, by the way," and then just sent out the clips. So shout out to everybody in that match for just making it great. And to address Bill's comment, he said the Wyatts getting booed when they won, a bit surprised by that. Tuck, I think people booed just because they wanted a new champion. I don't think it reflected a boo at the Wyatts, if that makes sense.
Well, and it was like double unfair. They had 2 extra people. This
That's true.
group
Howdy was doing a little jig up there, like a...
Yeah, like, and so, but again, like they're the Wyatt Six. Are they on the roster to be the good guys and do good deeds? And
No.
They should blur the lines, right?
like they have reasons to be evil.
They killed people in their debut.
You know, yeah,
That's true.
The Hurt Business hurts people. The Wyatts kill people.
yeah.
We kill people.
So I understand that side of it too. The booze or it could be booed with like, some people don't think they're doing enough. I don't see this as a run the show faction as of yet, but.
Yeah, you just need a good story with this tag division instead of just throwing shit at the wall and hopefully it's a good match. Like, that's my only critique about the entire thing. Because, I mean, since Royal Rumble, this entire division from the SmackDown side for these titles has been
Just
3 or
rotating
more
through,
teams
yeah.
just
I have
going
a-
crazy.
I have a Profits take.
Ooh, okay. Street
Did
Profits.
you guys see the post-match interview?
No.
I did not.
Vogus showed it to me, and they were both. Angelo Dawkins was like, "I'm tired of losing, man. We can't lose. We can't be losing. I'm tired of losing." And then she pointed the mic at Montez for him to respond, and he just walked away. So,
Are they finally going to do the split?
I mean, that is certainly a hint at it. I think they did not talk about like this was a tough match, but we're going to bring it together. We're going to be a team. We're going to be a team. It was like, I'm tired of losing, and Montez has nothing to say. So interesting.
It is very interesting. I got to watch that. Good shout there. I got to check that out. We got 2 comments that I think actually could answer each other. So he brought up the New Day. He said prayers for the New Day. Tony did. And then Bill says we should send a Raw tag team over to SmackDown. There you go. Send the New Day on over to SmackDown and send another team back. I think that could freshen things up.
I think he's
anymore. Do they do that?
Is what?
Is there going to be a draft?
Yes. I think they did announce
Didn't
the
they?
draft's coming
Didn't
up.
they say it's coming up? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
I'm not like too excited for the draft though. Like it's always a letdown.
Yeah, we get really excited
Yeah.
until the draft happens. And
We're like,
it's
ooh,
like,
could you imagine
oh.
this person here? And then they just like, oh, we're just gonna put everybody with their wives.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true,
Am
actually.
I wrong? Which I get. Once again,
Yeah.
not hating.
Makes sense.
You want to travel with your partner, like Becky Lynch does. Which, by the way, to the upper deck in MetLife Stadium Sunday night.
you.
If you were up there, this is for you.
I was going to say, I'll just start it off really quick.
Yeah, go
this
for
match pissed me off because the crowd did not give a fuck. And also I saw there was a fight that happened in the stands. I saw the crowd was going crazy over something, but they're all looking this way. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I looked online. There was a fist fight happening between two people in the stands, and everybody was cheering that match on, while the really good match with a good fucking story, instead of just alcohol being involved, was going on in the middle of the fucking ring, and no one was watching.
Yeah, I mean, we were sharing that same feeling when we were sitting there. Me and Tuck and Vogus were just like looking at up in the sections and like, why? Just seriously, why would you choose to do that?
Shout out to our section for not really participating, though.
And then they started the wave and everything during this match. Like you said, Ian, you could argue that this was one of the best stories, if not the best story, going into SummerSlam. This is the longest match on the card, too, other than, I think, Cena and Cody, right?
Yeah.
Even then, yeah. I was going to say, unless the time got... I wouldn't be shocked if this time went... Oh, okay.
It was 25 minutes, I think, for these two ladies. And they did woo, but the woos weren't loud, Tuck, I would say. They didn't care from the start, which was weird, and I wonder if Becky changing her theme had anything to do with that.
Is this everyone being tired of the feud, though? Like, I don't know.
Fatigued?
Feud fatigue, maybe? I was not. I was excited for the match, and I thought it was a great match. I enjoyed it.
Dude, I love the stuff they incorporated in that match.
The unnecessary crowd tampering was frustrating. Yeah. But it was a great match nonetheless, and I like the zip tie spot is a risk. That it was a risk, so they went for it, and if only that freaking camera was not just close up on Lyra in that moment. If it was zoomed out, I don't even know if we see it. Really,
it's like when Braun Knight 1 put his straps back on just to take them off. He's just a fucking animal. I love Braun Breaker.
I was gonna say with the zip tie spot, watching it the first time, at one point I was like, oh man, fuck, did the zip ties break? And then immediately goes back into it because I thought they recovered very well from it. Like that didn't affect me at all. The Bayley incorporation, and then after what happened on Monday, where they're kind of like like the reunion again, and then Lyra turning back again and saying fuck you, basically. It's like, okay, I thought we were going back and turning back to being friends again. That would have pissed me off. But during the time, I was upset by the finish of this match. I was hoping there was a clear victory in who won this match. And this is one of those matches that I will talk about when we finish the entire card. It's like, I get it. This entire feud, this trio of women have had a good story going so far, that at some point you're going to have to freshen up. Which sucks, because I loved this feud going into it, but I was expecting either Becky or Lyra to drop off this title, just for a little bit.
See, I understand the finish because the stipulation on the match was Lyra never getting another shot. Becky Lynch was willing to do whatever it takes for Lyra to never get a shot at that title, while also trying to get Bayley to turn to the dark side, which is cool, because I think now you're probably going to dive into Becky and Bayley, right? One-on-one?
Yeah.
So, and I know they're going to do Nikki Bella first, which, by the way, Becky Lynch absolutely murdered Nikki Bella on the microphone. Did you guys see that segment?
Oh, yeah. That was dope.
You can't see him anymore. I was like, tough scene for Nikki Bella. But it's crazy to me. I thought more people were going to enjoy this one because I thought this was probably the third best match on SummerSlam.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Ian.
No, I was just going to say it was a good match. Yeah. That's all I had.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just agreeing.
Give us Lyra and Stephanie in a battle of great in-ring work and needs mic work badly. I thought Lyra's been getting good on the mic.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow, you pissed off the bird god.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
that lady's doing great.
She is doing a lot better.
Hey, bud.
I think it totally sets up Bayley versus Becky. Bayley tries to win the title to give Lyra a shot. Yeah. Rest in peace, Nikki Bella. Thanks for coming. Yeah, that was my sentiment as well. And I'll say this politely as I can. Fuck Nikki Bella. The chat is just Bill and Tony tonight, but they've been great. They're keeping us going here.
Definitely been a highly contested MVM race.
No idea who we're going to pick. But this next match, guys, you want to talk about disappointing? This steel cage match did absolutely nothing for anyone. And oh yeah, the cool spot that everybody wanted to see, let's save that for after the match when it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. What, and to go off of what you were saying about the previous match, Ian, what did this match do for anyone?
Nothing. That's it.
I know this is just going to be, all right, let's finish this stuff with Solo and Jacob. Jacob's going up the card, which I love. But if it's a steel cage match stipulation, Tuck, I'm expecting brutality. And the only real thing they did was throw each other into the cage and try to escape the cage. And then you had interference, of course.
Yeah.
Just shit the bed.
That's it. Yeah. It was disappointing. I wore a Jacob Fatu tank top. You know?
The mask
Not
was
a great
cool.
choice. Oh, yeah. That was the highlight of the match.
It's cool. That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
the mask was cool.
I enjoyed this one for a bit, and then it just dragged. I don't think I ever got into it, Tuck. When I was there, it was just hard for me to be like, I don't care. And I wanted to.
I was I kept saying, like, okay, it's going to get going. Here. Okay,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then
Other than the MFT
he
came
laughed,
out.
and I just sprinted up the stairs to the bathroom. Whatever.
Tucky bathrooms over here. Tucky figs, too.
It's a system that works. We've got it down to a science. It's great. we're good.
I'm also a Tama Tonga stan. When is he coming back? Who does he side with? Got to be with the MFTs. No, I think Tama Tonga should be the face. I think he should turn face because he's got more personality. Maybe it's just because he goes, yeah. That's all I want to see. And I would agree with Bill, the worst Jacob Fatu match in WWE, which is saying a lot.
The thing is, this feud's like far from over too. Like,
Oh,
that's the other thing.
Over.
It's not over. It ain't over.
Jacob's going up the card
It's not.
To what?
to bigger and better things, hopefully.
Please give me one idea, because
I am not on the creative team. Sorry, I'm not there. For that.
Okay, it's the bloodline. This
Maybe
feud's
it's
gonna go on longer.
Maybe it's this guy right here, but no, that's on the other brand.
That's what I'm saying.
Draft
It's all SmackDown.
September.
Oh yeah,
Oh
there
yeah,
we go.
shit. Hey, big
I
moves
would
are gonna happen. Big moves are gonna happen.
That
Let's
could
get
be-
excited.
That could be a big move.
Yeah. And yeah, that's right, Tony. Tama was hanging with Fatu before, so maybe he comes with Jimmy, and you have Tama Tonga, Fatu, and Jimmy, yeah, as like the three going against the MFT, and that's your match. Which I guess they're just going to be doing iterations of the Bloodline forever.
And ever.
What song is that?
I'm saying it.
You sang Daughtry earlier, so I thought you were on a roll.
Oh, good
I
pull.
saw
I
him
didn't know
live.
that was Daughtry.
Oh, I got
I
it.
just knew the song, but I'm like, who is that?
How about that Power Hour we did? That was our that was my introduction to the Power Hour.
Yeah, it was fun for you.
Talk was not great. Oh, and
No, I'm not.
Christ, they didn't like that, guys.
I'm not on it like that. Yeah, but it was fun.
it was a good time.
A
So we
new
got two,
tradition.
yeah, for sure. Two more matches to talk about. This one, the co-main event. Who would have thought Dirty Dom Mysterio would be in the co-main event of night 2? But man, him and AJ put on a really good match here. And the thing I enjoyed about this match, Tuck, and I think I might have talked to you about it in person, is that every match other than this one on the card had a very serious backstory to it, other than maybe Tiffany and Jade. But this one was more of like the comedy relief to get to this match. And with AJ Styles coming out with the Latino heat, Eddie Guerrero nods throughout the entire match. It was a surprisingly really good story being told, and I think Dirty Dom getting the win against Styles was a great move.
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. It was everything. It delivered as I expected, which is interesting with the feud that was like built with no physicality. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I think Dirty Dom was the right choice here. Interested to see what happens with AJ Styles.
Yeah, so AJ, I don't know if you saw it, Ian, that he alluded to the fact that that was going to be his last SummerSlam, and that the rumor is that he could be retiring next year. So, is AJ ever going to get back up the card, you think, or is he just going to slowly fade away into the back?
That was my note for this match. Was this was writing on the wall that AJ is done. I think this was kind of more of a, hey AJ, what do you want to do before you're on your way out? I would like to leave my mark on the Mysterio kid. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. Here you go. And I think this was his way of doing that. This match didn't blow me away by any means. I could have saw this match on a Raw and been happy, I'm going to be honest.
The crowd was really into this match, though.
They were,
I'll tell
yeah.
you what, Dirty Dom gets some of the biggest reactions in professional wrestling.
Completely agree. The story, like you said, the co-main event was wild. I was expecting this match to be far over by the time this match actually happened.
Well, apparently they moved it up. It was supposed to be earlier.
That would have made more sense. But fine, whatever. The match was fun. It had its fun moments. Again, nothing that blew me away. It was just kind of sad because I was like, oh fuck. Well, that means AJ is pretty much done.
Yeah, and like Tony said, AJ has nothing left to prove or do besides putting over younger talent. As a true pro, he definitely will, and it's hard to disagree with you there. AJ Styles is definitely a true pro, but Dirty Dom continues to be the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, according to him. But let's get into it. The big main event, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE title. Tuck, there's energies that I've felt from stadiums before, but nothing really compared to this main event. When you talk big fight feel, this is the literal definition of that because everybody was reacting to it. It didn't matter what side you were on, if you were pulling for John Cena, if you were pulling for Cody Rhodes. When John's music hit and everything was black like the heel Titantron, there was kind of a lull. Everybody's like, wait, was John kind of faking that face turn on SmackDown? But no, the lights turn colorful, that bright blue, the Giants colors go across the Tron, roof blows off the joint. Just the atmosphere and the feel going into the fight was its just own thing. I felt like it was crazy, wasn't it?
Well, and there is a distinct difference that you got with the pop, the buildup in the crowd before the match started. That is a building anticipation moment throughout the weekend. We're one match closer to John Cena and Cody Rhodes in John Cena's last SummerSlam, and he's had an incredible tenure at SummerSlam. Much different than a return or surprise pop, because those are sudden and hot and a spark, but this was 60 plus thousand people waiting to blow the proverbial or metaphorical roof off the joint. And it was fun. It was so fun.
Like Tony said, this is exactly what their WrestleMania match should have been like. And I'm so glad it had a stipulation because it just created so many different moments. Like John Cena popping out of the Cody Vader with Cody on his shoulders was one of the more badass shots that I've seen in the WWE in the past couple of years. And honestly, I haven't seen that version of John Cena maybe in a decade. I don't think that work rate was ever there in his last few matches. Like, he really elevated himself, I felt like, in this main event to prove a point that Cody Rhodes truly is taking that torch from John Cena. So everything that happened in this match to me made sense. I wanted John Cena to win just because John Cena's my GOAT, but it's hard to ignore the fact that they turned John Cena heel because of The Rock, and they never really followed up on that. I get that. And the fact that we just have to push that aside with no explanation is ignorant. Regardless, the match itself was exactly what it needed to be, in my opinion. I thought it was perfect. Match of the year candidate for sure. And now we got bigger fish to fry, as we will talk about. But Ian, I'm curious on your thoughts before we get to that on this match.
Well, you transitioned it perfectly to me. I'm going to be a Debbie Downer, which I kind of wish I wasn't. I like the match, but obviously it was a great match, fantastic match. I did see one tweet, and it was really funny. It was, what do people have to do to defeat Cody now? Just pull out a gun and shoot him? Because guy survived a lot of finishers, but whatever. That's besides the point. It's wrestling. I don't watch SmackDown, so I didn't see the John Cena face turn randomly live. I watched a clip of it. Wasn't super moved by it. I was still super confused. And then this main event happened. Still was super confused. I'm still super confused. And I might just have to learn to just change and grow with it, because I didn't hear any of this whole shit with The Rock not going to be a part of anything anymore. I didn't know everything was confirmed about this. So it sucks, because I was really built into this story that they had going. Again, we got set up with this very long story of the bloodline, and they did a really good job with it. Long-term storytelling. And we were expecting the same thing with Cody and the title and whatever revolved around him. And the table was set, and I thought they were cooking pretty well. And all right, never mind. Cena's face again.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Okay, well, I don't know. So the match didn't hit me as hard. Long story short.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be a lot different, too, when you're in the arena for that kind of match and then watching on your couch. And I'm glad I purchased, and Tuck found it, this 10x14 John Cena and Cody Rhodes poster for their match was only $80. So to get those two autographed.
Oh, it's autographed. Okay, I was about to
It's
say
autographed
just a
by
piece
both.
of paper.
No,
Okay.
yeah. I'll literally show it to you. They legit signed it probably the day
That's
of or at least the weekend of. So I
So
figured.
for $80, you could have, and that was 75 plus tax. So it was priced at 75, but tax took it up to 80. For $80, Ian, you could have had a signed poster by John Cena and Cody Rhodes, or a Tony D'Angelo figure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pick your poison. Which one would you rather have? Shout out to the vlog. Thank you,
Hey.
Suck. No, he ain't going with
I don't know.
Tony.
What's his catchphrase?
And I,
Does he say anything?
Forget about it. I don't
It's a
know.
me.
Forget about
not-
it.
that's all. And I picked up the last time is now signed the John Cena poster. I have 2 Cody Rhodes, so Augie's got a Cody sitting in it, hung in his
Ooh.
room.
Ooh.
So
Is that whose signature is that in the bottom?
John,
I'm sorry.
it pissed me
What
off.
the fuck is
yeah.
that, John?
That blue on the print, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
awful.
At least Cody got the memo.
he's
Yeah.
signing 5,000 of those a day.
Yeah, right there is tough.
Still heel.
Yeah, but $80 for this, I'm gonna get it
Yeah, I
framed.
agree.
It
I
was a
blame
no-brainer.
the design more than the autograph.
That was probably the corner. That was a quick corner. He's just going and flipping him.
Yeah, oh,
That's
he's
the rip.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
because
I get it. I get it.
He signs it, the other guy rips it away.
It's annoying.
It's a process.
and he paid $500 for HBK and Undertaker. All right, yeah, I got a deal then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That made me feel better. And those are my 2 favorite baby faces of all time. So it was a no-brainer for me to purchase that.
Damn.
And before anybody says anything, what about Roman Reigns? He wasn't a good baby face. Roman Reigns was a better heel than he was a baby face. Roman Reigns is still my number 2 of all time. Cena's signature is weird as fuck. Yes, it is. It's not normal, that's for sure. But let's talk about what happened after the matchup. And going off of the comment that Tony had earlier, I think a lot of people were at least speculating or assuming that The Rock could potentially show up either during that main event or after that main event. And, you know, we have that passing of the torch moment between John Cena, Cody leaves the ring, and all that good stuff. And I thought we were just going to, you know, send Cena off. Thank you, Cena. It's your final Summerslam. I haven't been that shocked in wrestling and maybe my whole entire life of being a fan because of the circumstances that are surrounding Brock Lesnar right now. And granted, I don't know the facts. I don't know the details. I don't know the situation. I'm not going to speak on that with Brock Lesnar. If that stuff was true or comes out to be true, fuck Brock Lesnar and fuck the WWE for doing this. But we don't know any of that information right now. So the genuine reaction was, oh my God, holy shit, this is actually happening. Because, Tuck, when I say there was nobody talking about Brock Lesnar coming back, I mean it. Did you hear any murmurs of Brock Lesnar potentially coming back to the WWE? Because I didn't.
No, I don't even know if Brock Lesnar guy heard murmurs that Brock Lesnar was returning. And what? I don't know.
Oh, no. Sorry,
Yeah.
Bogus. Sorry, Bogus. He must have lost his games. Yeah.
Oh,
hate
no.
to see that. Yeah, not great. That's for sure. But, Ian, obviously, craziness right here. We're revisiting Cena and Brock. If you don't know their feud and how it started, I think it happened, in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, when Brock Lesnar returned to the WWE. Same situation.
After UFC.
Yep. I think this should be just a one-off, but just tell me your thoughts in general about this Brock Lesnar return.
From a grand scheme of things, kind of ignoring all the shit that you already mentioned, I don't hate it. I like it a lot, actually.
Oh, you might get canceled for saying that, Ian.
Oh, well, I don't care. I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm going to watch wrestling, so that's
Watch
all I'm
what
here
you
for.
like, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm here for. I've always been a Brock Lesnar guy. I love Brock Lesnar, as do most of us. In ring, as a wrestler, pro wrestler in the WWE, I guess we could all collectively say we really enjoy Brock Lesnar. So we are really going to enjoy Brock Lesnar in the ring with John Cena and what story they're going to tell. What the stand for it, like what the story is that they're going to go with, I'm not really sure. Nothing has been explained yet, obviously. So just going to have to wait for the cards to be folded and dropped to the table. And why the hell is Brock Lesnar back? But as soon as we get that, I think they have good legs for this. And what was John Cena going to turn to? It wasn't going to be Cody again. So Cena had to go somewhere for this. So shocked, yes. Wasn't blown away which is kind of crazy for me. I don't know why I wasn't like.
Yeah, you
Holy
just
shit.
hyped up Brock Lesnar, and then you're like, oh, I wasn't really moved by it.
No, the surprise of it, like I wasn't. I don't know why I wasn't genuinely like, holy fucking shit, Brock
Which
Lesnar's
is
back.
crazy because to me, like I said, it's the most shocking. Like Tuck, you get where I'm coming from though. Like under the circumstances, no one saw this coming.
Yes, almost made us late for the Uber.
That's right,
It would have been worth the wait, but shout out to Peter.
dude. If it's more than a one-off, I will be pissed because let's be real, guys. The WWE does not need Brock Lesnar. They don't need him.
This is a one-off. We're running out of time.
Is it though?
Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
it's gotta be.
It's August.
At
already.
Clash?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Does Brock Lesnar travel that far though? I don't know.
The check cashes. You
Oh,
know
yeah, that's a
what
good
they're going to pay, dog.
Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
good point.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, it's going to be great because, like I said, Cena and Lesnar, the stuff that they did back in the day, I love that feud. Their match at Extreme Rules, where Cena was busted open, was fantastic. They're going to do magic. So make it a one-off. It was an awesome moment. I'm not going to take that away from anything because we were there. You heard the crowd, Tuck. Everybody was into it. There wasn't anybody there that was not shocked or reacting to that moment.
Nobody took this with a nothing. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they could look at this. Both have people on the same wavelength in the comments. Bill said they could use him for SummerSlam in Minnesota, and then Vogus said Brock's retiring in Minnesota at SummerSlam next year, which I think would make sense.
Gunther? I mean, right?
And Goldberg triple threat?
No!
Oh, yeah.
No! Don't tell that to Bret Hart. Bret Hart does not like it. Like Vogus said earlier, does not like wrestlers with the name starts with G. Lesnar went to Saudi often. Paris is nothing for him. Yeah, but now that you guys mentioned the whole Minneapolis thing,
I didn't even think about that. I like the idea.
yeah, no more Goldberg. But dude, I love that idea, Ian. If that's the person to retire Brock Lesnar, I think you picked a winner right there.
I think it's. I mean, you have people like The Undertaker saying, if I were to have one more match, it would be with you. That was straight to Gunther's face.
Oh, was that on the podcast?
On his interview, yeah, which was really fucking cool. And like you could see immediately, Gunther's like, "Where the fuck have I gotten myself into?"
Yeah.
Oh, Gunther, you're really good at your fucking job. So, congrats.
That might be the highest compliment you could get from a professional wrestler, honestly. The Undertaker to say, you should have beat my streak?
Well, it wasn't even that. He just said, like, if I had anything left in the tank, I'd want to face you. And that's
Right, yeah, I missaid that. But MVM time. This is a tough one. As we stated a little bit ago, it's really just been between the two of you guys. But before we get to that, I forgot to ask you the grade for night 2, Tuck. What was it?
9.25.
Ian?
I'm going to go with an 82% here. I'm going with a percentile score. Here's my thing. I mentioned earlier, 2 of the 6 matches in feuds continued on from night 1. 5 of 6 of the feuds continued from night 2. Arguably, you could say 4 of the 6 with Dom and AJ. You could arguably say that it's over.
That's still going.
I think it's still got legs. So 5 of the 6 matches, and all of those matches didn't mean shit. In the grand scheme of things, they didn't mean anything. Sure, they were fun. Sure, they were good wrestling. But like from the storyline aspect, it didn't mean anything. Main event, boom. There's your whole story. That's your send off for Sunday. So that was my biggest thing. And that was really catching up to me on Sunday while we were going through every single match. And I was getting more tired of just seeing, well, we're going to see this continue tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. That was my issue. There.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I give night 2 an A because I don't think there was a stinker on the card. I thoroughly enjoyed every matchup on that card. And maybe me being there had some effect on that. But once again, this is my podcast. This is my opinion. And I'm giving it an A, so fuck you if you disagree. One more comment. Yeah, I agree with these two in the chat, though. Where is everybody tonight? Where was the chat? Where is the valuable marks out there? Because there really only were 2 valuable marks tonight for episode 256. So the only way that I think we can crown them, boys, is by doing and new tag team champions, Tony and Hot Sauce Bill Moss.
An incredible effort by both guys. I think this is not the first time we've announced a tag team. We've had co-MVMs before. Interested to see if Tony and Bill will retain next week with no competition, or but again, SummerSlam happened. We're in August, hot August nights. You know what I mean? So for those that are catching up on the podcast side of things and are still with us, we appreciate all of you as well. But Tony and Bill rocked it tonight, almost as hard as Cena and Cody did. I thought it was great.
Oh, I don't think Bill's happy with this. Do we have our frenemies tag team now in the OTM universe? Do we have our new Charlotte and Alexa?
Let's go.
Look at us just creating storylines over here. And I tell you what, it's really not much of a competition, though, for once we get to the OTMs by the end of the year, because I don't know if you saw the list. Bill Moss has a 4 reign lead over the next closest person.
Well, and right here, you got the Doctor, you got Bill Moss. They got a tag team. They are the Moss Doctors, and I think they're ready and willing.
Oh, I'm glad you said Moss Doctors, because now I just hashtagged it in the and new tweet that I sent out. So that is great. Tony says, happy I could hop back in. Wednesdays lately have been hard for me with disc golf. And Moss Doctors, he loved it. Look at that. You got the approval from Hot Sauce Bill Moss. But Tuck, it was once again a pleasure to attend another WWE PLE with you. It's pretty crazy that we're still able to do this stuff, isn't it?
Well, the 2,000-mile gap gets a lot smaller when we roll to the beginning of August. And so, I'm excited for Minneapolis. I've already been scoping out Airbnbs, looking at sections. It's never too early to prepare.
Oh, I know you, buddy.
Nobody's been announced for WrestleCon next year yet, so I got to hold off on that. But
we're still waiting on Tim Vicious to get booked for WrestleCon.
I also think, it's a year away to plan. If any of the Main Event Network wants to do the Content House, that could be a cool thing.
Let's go. The Content House needs to be a thing. And speaking of the Main Event Wrestling Network, if you want to keep up with all the good things that we have going on over there, make sure you're following us here at OTM at Pod on the Mark on all the socials. And then you'll go to mainevent_net for the Main Event Wrestling Network. We got the Wrestling Junkies. We got the Indie Wrestling Guide. We got the Wrestaholics podcast. You name it, we got it. The Great Brown Hope on the blog. The Blog World Order. Paperclip Mike. Dark Shady. We got them all, baby. We got everything you need if you're a fan of professional wrestling. And guys, we are on the road to 500 subscribers. Once we get there, Ian has to go live for 24 hours. I can't wait for that. And if you are there on YouTube watching us right now, don't forget the SummerSlam vlog is available now on our YouTube channel. Ian, did you get a chance to check it out?
I have not. I will be watching it tonight.
Unreal. What are we waiting for here?
What are we waiting for?
Love me like you do. Okay, we were not on key there, guys.
We were on my end, so we're good.
Yeah.
That's fine. Ian, any final words before we get the hell out of here?
I can't wait for in 4 years when I get to join you guys on a SummerSlam excursion. It'll be very fun when that does happen. But if we get about 50 people from the Main Event Wrestling Network into one entire Airbnb, drop that price down to about $5 per person for 2 nights. Shit, we're good. I'll be there.
Honestly,
$5 a guy. We're living in a garage for the weekend.
Hey, easy.
Talking about.
No, this is it. We have about 20 of us in the network. We just get a fucking mansion and we create content. Boom. It's easy as that. Hey, it's on the network. Don't worry.
I'm looking into it.
I'm kidding. I don't have a network credit card. Don't get any ideas, anybody watching this. But once again, big shout out to Bill Moss and Tony for hanging out with us. The good doctor, as I like to call him, because they're the real ones that held down the chat. But if you're listening back, you're an audio listener, we appreciate you as well. So if you're listening and still listening here to the very end, send us on Twitter, #MossDoctors.
Or on Facebook. Do it on Facebook, too.
Or on Facebook,
A lot of people on Facebook.
Yes, you're right. Shout out to the Facebook listeners out there. We do get love on Facebook, so make sure you're following us. Go check out the merch on themarkwrestlingpodcast.com. Tucky, why don't you send us home?
Ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam was electric, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. We've got Clash in Paris coming up in a few weeks, and AEW is still creating a strong product, I believe.
Vindor.
Triple Mania is also coming up.
And Triple Mania. I'm going to check that out on YouTube for free. So
there will be a mixer, by the way, hosted by the Great Brown Hope for that.
When is that?
August 16th.
Okay, so next weekend. Yeah.
Wait,
Next Saturday, yeah. The Great Brown Hope will lead that one.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you join the Main Event Wrestling Network. Follow us on all the socials at Pod on the Mark, Pod on the Mark Wrestling Podcast.com for all your things. Gentlemen, I had a great time being back. It's always a joy talking wrestling with you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling
Podcast.